Andre, the star of the Overland Expo.
Has to be this. There's no question. My mind is already blown. We're starting our podcast here at Overland Expo in Loveland, Colorado, 2026. And right next to us is the concept, I'm using air quotes.
Well,
concept.
it is a concept.
Okay, it is a real concept.
You can't go by it.
It's a Toyota Hilux Champ, which is a kind of a mini truck, but it's also kind of lifted on beefy tires, and it could be foreshadowing something.
That's right. So if you are in the Colorado area, check out Overland Expo this weekend, come to the Toyota booth, and go hands-on with this Hilux Champ. Now, this is a little truck they sell in Asia. It's designed to be a very small, affordable, working truck, right?
Yes.
Think basic interior, vinyl seats. You can get it with manual windows.
Very low, very inexpensive, right? Because it's sold in like Asian markets like Thailand, and flatbed, right? You could load it easily. You could buy it very cheaply. You could really use it two-wheel drive normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is something else.
Yeah, so the Toyota engineers, which we have a chance to talk to, if you head over to TFL, alltfl.com, you'll see an interview going up this weekend.
Yes.
We actually asked the chief engineer why this is here. But they basically took a two-wheel drive base truck,
Yes.
and then they took the four-wheel drive bits from a standard Hilux, lifted it, and turned it into a mini off-roader.
Yeah, and also they kind of shortened it, right? So normally there's a couple different wheelbases for a Hilux Champ overseas, and that's really meant for cargo carrying capacity, right?
Sure, yeah.
But they have like these beds, like these kind of flat beds with opening sides.
Oh, look
right?
at that. It's got the drop deck, which is cool.
Yes.
Yeah, right on.
But they use the Land Cruiser FJ overseas platform, right? Kind of the mini SUV that you saw in Japan, right?
Yeah.
And they use the same chassis and wheelbase for that.
And what's crazy, Andre, is they took the engine out of this, which was some small diesel,
Yes.
120 horsepower thing, and they swapped in a 4-liter
V6.
V6 that
From the Forerunner, previous gen Forerunner
been around for 100
and
years.
Tacomas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is now something really cool, 6-speed automatic. Do you want to show them the inside, Andre?
Yeah, this is incredible. You have to look inside. I mean, I know some of people may be listening to this only, but this is really fun.
Imagine the Tacoma's
Younger brother.
blue-collar cousin. So
Yes.
everything is hard plastic, right? There's not a ton of buttons. It's all really basic materials. But that's because this was designed not to be a fancy, frilly truck. It was designed to work hard for its entire life, and that's what we see here.
Yes. So vinyl seats, but I'm a pretty big, tall dude, and I fit really well in here.
Give me a wiggle, Andre. You hear that vinyl squeak? That's the most 70s sound.
I think insulation, Tommy, is not a strong suit, but price point.
Yeah.
Right? It's supposed to be simple, affordable. Of course, this is a concept. They're not saying they're going to sell this vehicle in the United States, but we can discuss what could happen, right? Because this could be off-road only use vehicle, kind of like a Polaris or a Can-Am or a Kawasaki, kind of a work vehicle.
I mean, what's interesting is you'll see they actually flew out a couple engineers to Colorado to get feedback on this vehicle. So that tells me that maybe they're working on a little bit more than just a straight up concept. Now, Andre, AC in this truck, so it does have air conditioning. This one does have power windows too.
And it looks like they've added some other switches here. There's a rear locking differential. There's traction control button. There is 4 high, 4 low, Tommy. So, I mean, really, this looks like a look, parking brake. I mean, like electric, not like a handbrake, you know, that's mechanical. So this looks modern. So it seems like they used a lot of the parts they already have in their toolbox, and they kind of put this concept together. And they told us very quickly too, right?
Yeah, it took something like a month they put this together. Now,
look at the size of the sun visor, man.
Wow.
Oh, this doesn't move.
It's huge. You don't need it to move. It's the size of a dinner plate. Andre, this particular one's from the Philippines, I'm told.
Yes.
Very, very popular.
A left-hand drive.
Very popular throughout Asia, these trucks.
Yes.
And very affordable. Do you know what they cost?
So I watched a video from Thailand just a little bit ago about a guy talking about his commercial vehicle, and he did the currency exchange rates. He talked about it between like $13,000 and $15,000 exchange rate US dollar.
Amazing.
So I'm not saying that's going to cost it here, right? If it comes ever, we don't know if it's actually coming, right? But this could be a low-priced entry into the off-road market.
Well, Andre, let's walk around the rest of the outside. I love the little orange accents on the door panels. It's all hard plastic, but it's meant to be durable. And at that price point, it could be made out of tinfoil, and I think people would still be stoked about it because it's just something you don't get in the U.S. What's over here, Andre?
So there's an awning, there's a canopy, there's a little kitchen, I think, right?
Oh,
There's
cool.
a tiny little
Yeah.
camp kitchen on this side.
Because this is like a drop bed, kind of like our K-Truck,
Yeah.
you're able to use this as like a little platform to work out of.
Like a little shelf.
Oh, dude, this is sick. It's got a little roll cage too over here.
Oh, and Tommy, remember Don was telling us that this company here, I think it's TJM, 4x4 equipped. This is a company that accessorizes vehicles overseas, right? So other people can do this, not in this country yet, but in other countries.
Now, still nothing official as to whether or not they're building
No.
this, but I think it's a good sign. They brought it here. They brought out the engineers. They're putting money into this project.
Yeah, so if you have comments, positive or negative or questions, if you have interest, if you comment on this podcast and this video, also on TFL Talk,
Yeah.
then they will probably read all the comments and they'll probably listen to what you guys are saying because they're researching this project.
So that is a truck you can't buy currently.
No,
Fingers crossed. This is what so many commenters want. Is a
Yes.
stripped down, reliable, basic truck,
affordable.
affordable. Let's go to a truck you can buy.
Yes.
So. Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh,
I
appreciate it.
That's very, very
Thank
nice
you.
of you.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.
So, Andre, we've got a couple other Trailhunter trucks here. We've got a Tacoma, we've got a 4Runner. But
Yes.
this is the most exciting new truck.
Yeah,
here.
I'm interested in this because this is something new that's never been around before. This is the 2027 Tundra Trailhunter package, which basically means they're doing something different. Because if you look at that 4Runner in the background, the Trailhunter 4Runner is its own trim level. It's very high end, it's very built up, and it's also at the top of their price point.
Okay.
This is not. This is based on an SR5, which is one of their base, not the most work truck base trim, but it's one of their most basic vehicles that they've added some off-road goodies to,
Yeah.
namely suspension, rear locking differential, wheels and tires.
Bronze wheels, Andre.
Yes.
So-
So you have to look at the shocks. Well, it's kind of hard to see. It's Old Man Emu. I think I'm using an Australian accent for this. Old Man Emu shocks.
Now, let's go over here so our
It's
videos
really
don't
loud
get
over there.
demonetized. Yeah. We actually talked to the engineer behind these tow hooks who's at this event. And
Yes.
apparently, Andre, it was really hard to fit tow hooks onto this truck.
And they finally did it. So this Trailhunter has tow hooks, now the TRD Pros, some other trim levels for 2027 for the Tundra and the Sequoia also have tow hooks, but there's a clever design, right? They're bolted in kind of near the frame there, into the frame, but if there's an accident and it gets pushed in, they're really easy to break away.
It'll deform.
It'll deform and it'll go inside.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're not actually potentially hurting something really badly.
And these are rated to multiple times the weight of the truck.
For pulling strength.
I asked the engineer, I'm like, so 1.5 GVW, which is pretty standard, and he said more. So, I mean, that's a
Yeah,
lot of capacity.
And when I was asking like Sheldon and some other engineers,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have like a number.
but there
but
is
it's
a number,
plenty.
but they
There's-
just won't tell us.
It's plenty, right?
Yeah.
And they also changed the front end of the new Tundra a little bit. They redesigned this corner. I wish this was steel though, Tommy.
Right.
Because the Tundras have like plastic corners, even on their TRD Pro models. But they also added rigid lights. And we don't have final pricing on this yet. It's coming out later this year, just like in the fall, late fall. And they were teasing a price near like 63 to 64,000, which is not a very low price. But you have to think about the TRD Pro
Right.
Tundra, which is $77,000.
The thing that concerns me a little is, are we in your way? I'm
No, I
sorry.
was asking if you guys are shooting a video. I watch all you guys stuff on
Oh,
YouTube.
Oh, I
thanks, man.
appreciate it.
Well, you're going to be in the
Am I-
video
am I
now.
alive?
You are in the podcast right
your
now.
name?
Bobby.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What do you drive?
Portal Trailhunter right over here. Portal Hunter on Instagram. But
Can you show it to us?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go walk
Is it
over.
over
We'd
here,
love to see it.
nearby?
It's right here.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Is that a Banks logo on the front end of a Toyota right there?
It is. Yeah.
What's the story with that on your shirt?
Hold on.
Yeah, they've been.
Tommy, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Andre.
Can you just hold it like this while you're talking?
Yeah, sure.
Howdy.
Like, oh, is this one of
You
the?
just hold it. You could just hold it.
Oh, dude.
So which
Yes.
one is yours?
Yeah. So this is my Tacoma.
This is crazy.
A lot of people ask me if it's a Tundra, but
What's the story with this?
Well, look, is this portal axles?
portal axles. Yeah.
Look
So
underneath.
yeah. So I went to Expo a couple years ago and saw this in Flagstaff, and I
So
was like,
basically a trail hunter.
I need one. And then immediately took the suspension apart, put Kings on, A year and a half later, I put 74 weld portals. It has live valve from Fox that I just put on there. It had a go fast for a while. It's taken many forms, but
So I've noticed that portals are really a popular thing. You can come on over here. Yeah. You're famous now.
I don't know about that.
So kind of walk me through what it takes to put portals on these new gen Toyota trucks, because I know it's really been blowing up.
I had all the work done at SDHQ,
okay,
to be honest, in Gilbert, Arizona, but most of the shops now that do the installs have it down pretty well.
I mean, is it full suspension out, right? I mean, I imagine you're changing control arms at this point when you're doing portals.
Stock control arms. So the idea with 74 weld portals, you know, it's 20 to 25 grand when you're all said and done with wheels and tires and everything, but the idea is to keep all the stock geometry. So like the control arms are stock, the CVs are stock. The angles you'll see on the CVs are a lot better than what you would get as soon as you jack it up with a lift. Like, it's nothing. So as close to OEM geometry is really what's designed to be run on these 74
because
weld
the portal
portals.
is just kind of a gearbox that kind of lowers that transmission of the power, right?
Yeah, so that you're raising the vehicle from the suspension, from the ground up. So it's not suspension lift.
Yeah.
It's literally lifting the ground clearance, and so you're adding weight on each corner. You're increasing the track width. So like, I mean, if you look, it's 3 inches wider on each side. So it is about a 6-inch lift when you're said and done at a minimum.
Yeah.
Most of the suspension work I've done is actually reducing lift from the suspension and actually like as minimal compression as possible, or as minimal lift from the suspension as possible.
Do you know how much each box weighs?
I'm gonna get this wrong. I think it's with 50 to 70 pounds.
Okay.
I think so. It's a considerable amount of weight that's unsprung.
I mean, my only I think the portal thing is awesome. Like, you know, Humvees have had portals for years and Unimogs. The thing that concerns me though is like, is there a worry that adding all that unsprung weight, you're going to put a lot of strain on those control arms, or is it pretty well dialed? And have you had any issues?
How long have you had it?
I've had portals for over a year now. I've had the truck since I was one of the first ones to have it in the country. Okay. I've driven 20,000 miles with portals now.
Good to hear.
So
great to hear.
A lot of oil changes on the portals. I drive this thing fast, so I'm not a crawler kind of style. So I'm from Arizona, so we do a lot of fast.
A lot of distance. You gotta go far.
I drove here with these on them. So the other thing, a lot of the other portals you'll see is they're really designed for like buggies or slow, crawly type vehicles, and you don't really want to drive them on the freeway. This will do 100 miles an hour without a problem. So the gearing reduction that you get from the portals really offsets the size of the weight that you add and the larger tires.
Yeah.
So it honestly drives faster than it did stock, which is hard to believe.
Do you like the truck overall as a whole? You like the Trailhunter and the hybrid and all that?
I love it. Yeah, I love the hybrid. I haven't done a whole lot to the powertrain. So the Banks shirt, you'll think it's funny, but they've done.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, so this is a custom prototype Banks intake. It'll be out pretty soon. I'm one of the only trail hunters that's running them right now.
Yeah.
But they've been big in the diesel turbo industry for a while.
For decades.
Yeah, and so they just recently started doing stuff for Toyota. So I tested. I've got charge pipes, boost tubes. I'll have one of the first intakes. I'll run the intercooler when it comes out. But they've been great to work with as a company. They're trying to break it into the Toyota scene. So.
That's really cool to see actually here in real life. And our producer Cole is a huge Banks guy too.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So he's wearing his Mint 400 shirt right now.
Okay.
But don't let that fool you.
Big Banks man.
Yeah.
Big Banks man. Yes.
Dude, this is crazy.
And it's got a custom tune from Cam Tuning. It's got a Cobb access port. I was one of the first portal trucks to actually have an aftermarket tune. So it makes a big difference.
Last two questions. How often do you have to change the oil in the portals?
Every 3,000 to 5,000. I do it every 5,000 when I change the oil in the truck. I change the oils on the portals. You can do it yourself.
Pretty easy to do?
I've done it once myself in the driveway in Phoenix. It's not my favorite thing, but honestly, jack the tire up. You don't even need to take the wheel off if you don't want to.
Yeah.
There's you
like
need
a fitting
one
or
tool,
something?
there's a fitting, and then the drain plugs, it is in a great spot. You just throw it under there. It's like 10 ounces of fluid. It's not hard. I just prefer someone else to do it.
Interesting.
And from your experience, like what's been the sweet spot in tire size with the portals?
I've only had 37s on them.
Okay.
These are heavy 37s. These are RT Pros. So I think when these are done, I may go with something a little lighter. These are E-Load 37s. They're RT Pros. So I bought them because I don't want flats. And so far, so good. But I could probably go with a BFG or like an AT or a C-Load or something like that.
Dude.
These are pretty heavy tires, but honestly, this truck rips. Like it's very fun to drive.
That's cool. Lots of torque, right?
A lot of torque.
Man,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you showing us around it. This thing is just so cool. I think that portals, it's kind of the future of like the Toyota world. We're starting to see them become more prevalent. And it's great to hear firsthand experience that like they're more reliable than I think folks think.
Yeah, and I think we've seen some projects with Land Cruisers on portals, right?
For sure.
So they're getting more popular, like even like Ford Rangers, more vehicles.
Ranger Raptor's pretty popular.
Ranger Raptors project, they build it for a variety of trucks.
Worth $25,000?
For me, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I would say like, if your budget for modifying your truck is 20 to 25 grand and you don't want to do anything else, throw portals on it, put bigger tires, and don't do anything else.
Nice.
Leave stock suspension, leave everything. That's kind of what Quinn and those guys at 74 Weld built it for, was to like really leave it as stock as possible. I guess this isn't really a stock truck now, but for the most part, you can completely leave everything else. If you want to talk to a bunch of portal guys, I don't know if you've stopped by Mountain Yodas, but those guys, there's like 5 portal trucks over there.
Yeah, they're big into them for sure.
They're a big portal shop.
And they're local here in Colorado.
They're local, yeah. Dwight's great. So.
Yeah. Dude, well, thanks, man.
That's super
It was
cool.
super nice meeting you.
I was watching your guys' video on the drive over here.
Watch
actually.
anything else, man. Literally anything else.
Well, now you have to watch the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Well,
podcast.
this
We're doing like a walk
is
around of
it.
the whole show, so I'm
Okay.
so glad we made
TFL
it.
Talk channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, thank you so much. I
Yeah, it
really
was nice
appreciate
to
you
meet you
watching.
guys.
Yeah.
All right,
It was great.
Thanks a lot.
Super cool
All
truck.
right, thanks.
All right, let's keep going, Andre. So
But Tommy, we forgot to say that we have another guest coming on this show
that's right.
from Rider Justice.
So we're going to stop
Our friend Scott.
Scott at the end of the podcast and talk to him in the booth. But Andre, Overland Expo Mountain West is a place where vendors and enthusiasts and people come and camp, and it's just like a way that the community comes together to show off the newest and greatest stuff.
Yeah.
So in this podcast, we'll show you some of the cool booths and some of the cool build-outs and talk about some of the big trends we're seeing in the off-road world.
Exactly. There's a lot going on here. This is actually an updated space. There is a lot of grass now. Before there was some dirt, but now it's a lot nicer. And also, I was gonna say, this is my favorite show of the year, probably, like an expo, because what other auto show can you come over and actually stay the night at?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
That's a great
saying?
point.
You could
Yeah.
actually drive your own camper in here.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you have to reserve a spot, right?
Yeah.
But you can drive your vehicle here, and you can actually enjoy the show from the inside.
This is pretty crazy. It's called the Bolus,
Bolus.
and it is like an old school Airstream-inspired camper with all
very streamlined.
tires. Yeah.
Very streamlined.
Very, very cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
Super rad. Well, let's keep going.
Very
on,
shiny.
Yeah.
Our friends at SLEA are over here.
You want to go over here?
Yeah, we need to go here because there's also Ram trucks
Okay.
and also Lexus.
Oh, very cool.
So a lot of things going on this side.
So this is a vehicle I've seen a few of here at this expo, and this is one of the hidden gems of the off-road space. This is the LX700H Overtrail,
Yes.
and the Dowgie has decided that's a good spot.
Because it's shady,
Yeah.
right? It's all good.
And what makes this super cool, Andre, is one of the few triple locked vehicles for sale today. So
Yes.
front and rear locking differentials, and then of course SLEA has gone through and outfitted it with bumpers and suspension and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. And this is very well done, very nicely fitted, right?
Yeah, SLEA is one of the
Yes.
industry leaders, and especially Land Cruiser, they've been doing them forever. And this is such a cool rig, right? If you want a triple locked full-size SUV,
It's a Land Cruiser 300 series, basically chassis.
this is your only choice, right?
Yes, this is it.
Yeah, so super, super cool. And then this GX is wild. Hey man, can I put you on camera really quick?
Sure.
I'm Tommy.
Marshall.
Marshall, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
I'm just going to give you a mic. Can you walk us through what you guys did to this this GX? You
Yeah.
just kind of clip it on your collar.
I
That's
gotcha.
fine. Thanks, Andre. So, Marshall,
Yeah.
obviously SLEA's been, one of the leaders in Land Cruiser in a long time. What have you guys done to this GX? Because this is a wild build.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've done a lot of things to this GX. I mean, it's got our front bumper up front, nacho lighting, come up winch. Recently, we put the 74 well portals on it, so that's the most recent addition.
Yeah.
In addition to that, it's got ADS suspension. We swapped out the front diff on this actually, so it has a 700 front diff. So
cool.
we
So
got a
triple
front
lock
lock.
now?
Yep,
Yeah.
triple lock now. And so you're talking about that on our 700 over there.
Yeah.
Sliders, new rear bumper, GME radio.
Dude, I love
then-
the graphics too. The
Thank
kind
you.
of retro striped graphics down the side.
Trying to, but muted, so it still looks really good.
So Marshall, the GX has kind of taken the market by storm. Has this been a popular rig for people to outfit at SLEA? Like, has this been a...
Definitely,
Okay.
yeah. We've had a lot of demand and aftermarket support, for the GX.
Yeah.
It seems that and the LC250 have been super popular for us. Done a lot of outfitting on those. We're, growing our product line on them every day. Specifically with this rear bumper, that's brand new for us.
Sweet, dude.
Yep, that'll be coming out in production pretty soon here.
So when you guys are developing parts, has the GX and the 250 Land Cruiser, is a lot of it interchangeable, or are there some specifics for Lexus and for Toyota?
Absolutely. There's a lot of similarities. So this rear bumper will fit both models. Our sliders fit both models.
Front bumper's probably a little different.
The front bumper is different. The whole front end's, a little different. There's some little nuances, but, a lot of similarities for sure.
Sweet, dude. So, Slee kind of really had a big presence when the 80 series was huge and the 100 series. Has the new Prado chassis become a bestseller for you guys?
It's definitely coming up in the ranks. We're still pretty tried and true and, well known for our Land Cruiser stuff.
Yeah.
And we like to think we were kind of the experts on the Land Cruisers, but these new, like you said, Prado chassis are definitely up and coming as becoming more and more popular.
Marshall, man, thank you for taking us around. I'll grab that mic from you. Sure. It's super nice meeting you, and I'll let you get back to selling some cool stuff.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, man. So, Andre, the portal counter is up to 2.
2 portals already?
Exactly right.
How many portals are we going to see?
So, it's interesting coming to a place like this because you can kind of get a gauge of what the hottest 4-wheel drives are at the time. And Toyota historically has been right at the forefront.
Yeah, and they still are.
And I think they still are.
Yes.
Yeah,
but there's also Ineos.
Yeah,
right?
Ineos is here. You see a lot of presence of Grenadiers. And then, Andre, other big trend that we started really seeing last year, maybe the year before, full-sized HD trucks.
Yeah, with super single tires, right? Massive tires, like heavy-duty trucks, and huge campers on the back of them, right? I mean, this is bigger than my first apartment by like twice the size.
Right. Yeah, just massive, really high dollar stuff.
Yes.
So the super single thing has been popular. Basically, you want to explain what you do. You take a dually.
Yes. So right here, you see a truck on dualies, but right next to it, right there, well, it's kind of hidden by the dog area. Basically, you take off the 2 tires on each side, and you put a single tire that's capable of the same weight carrying capacity.
Right.
Right? But you don't have some of the issues potential with dualies, because when you off-road the dually, I wouldn't recommend it, because sometimes you can get a tree branch or a rock stuck between the tires, right?
Yes.
And then it becomes quite dangerous because you could pop both tires.
Absolutely.
Here's one.
Yeah, this is a good view.
So here's one.
So you have a really cool look, right?
But also a single tire.
Really chunky tire. So, I mean,
and
these look very military.
They are MPTs, military tires.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But also, the size 365/80 R20,
yep.
It's about a 43.
Okay.
So if you believe it or not, this is almost, 43 inches. It's almost 4 feet.
It doesn't look that big because the truck is massive.
Well, the truck is massive, yes. And look how tall it is.
Woo!
I mean, I am 6'3".
Yeah.
And it like doubles my height.
So Andre, let's keep going. We've got some friends that we've worked with over here at Juniper Overland.
Ooh, Juniper, yes. They're huge. They're local.
Yeah, out here in Colorado, which is always cool to see. They've got a cool little AEV out front here, which is pretty rad.
And Radica, dude.
Yeah, let's
right across the way.
Should we go walk on over there? Yeah, so Andre, the truck campers definitely having their moment.
Still, they're huge.
Yeah, really cool.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going,
Good
man?
to see you.
Let's see what we got over here, Andre. Juniper.
Oh, look at this Radica setup, dude. This is something else. Look, it pops up into an insanely big space.
Wow, unreal. It's massive,
Can we look inside of this?
Hey, man.
Go on up in there if you want.
How's it going? Hey, do you mind if I put a mic on you? We're doing a little walk around.
You want to talk to the owner right there?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Dude, good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you.
You're on our live
We're
show,
on
not
a
live show.
podcast.
How's it going?
Good. Can I give you a podcast or a mic and have you kind of talk about what you guys are up to?
Absolutely.
Sorry, we're interrupting.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I got you. Bed. Cool.
We just put one of your campers on our heavy-duty truck, right?
Yep.
But tell me about this. What is happening here?
So this is our prototype, the Stargate,
Stargate.
and we just finished this yesterday. And I
As
camped
always.
in it last night.
Like a SEMA crunch, right?
Yes,
it's
exactly.
like a
We
let's
push.
get it done.
This was a drawing on paper. We've had this idea for a while. But 4 weeks ago, we started to attack it and build it.
Dude, this is insanely cool. Can you explain it?
Yeah.
If some people are not seeing it and just
Right.
listening to the thing, just kind of explain what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so Stargate is a full hard shell pop-up.
Okay.
So you sleep over the cab.
Okay.
On a full-size truck like this, you've got an Olympic Queen up top, but no canvas. And all of the opening mechanism is on the inside of the camper. So you can open this up and down in the snow, rain,
So there's
whatever.
nothing outside, basically.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything's inside. The prototype right now is on gas springs, but we're going to do electric lift for the mechanism. But
Okay.
it's essentially a giant iPhone box. So it slides
so,
up and
so
down.
it just kind of expands
Yep.
upward.
Yep, we've got plastic self-lubricating joints that slide on the anodized aluminum
Okay.
that are specifically designed for that. And so it's a very simple, nothing can break. It's just a box on a box.
Mind if I step inside?
Not at
Yes.
Thank you.
So this is super sweet. So it's all aluminum structure
All
because
aluminum.
that's what you're known for
Yeah.
at Radica, basically. Because it's a little bit more lightweight, and you have a clever way of building it, so
Yes.
it's very strong.
all. Yeah, very strong. So, and this one's pretty light. This is about 618 pounds for
With the
massive
expandable
space. Yes.
space.
So Olympic Queen up top, what's unique is that you can still have our bed panels down low. So the
So
family
two
can
levels of
sleep-
sleeping.
Yeah, you can have a bunk bed or couch mode or bench. And then those panels will fold away and you have tons of standing space.
Yeah.
And here you've got 6'10" of standing space.
Whoa, and you have a big dog.
This is Fox. Yes.
Hi. I have a 25-pound dog, and he's much smaller than this.
He'd probably scare her. Yeah.
This will start under 20.
Well, dude, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And if folks want to find out more about what you guys are up to, where can they go?
Radicaproducts.com. We're out of Denver, Colorado. Follow us on Instagram. And none of this is on the website yet, but it will be next week.
Wow, sneak preview.
Yes.
So if you're in the area, definitely come by the Overland Expo.
Yeah.
And you can check it out here at the Radica booth.
And now
So-
listen, I am a little biased, but we've done a bunch of stuff with these guys, and like the build quality is unreal. Like compared to
You are biased,
Yeah,
yes.
I am biased. But compared to a lot of the other like setups on the market,
Yes.
especially the aluminum and then the quality of fixtures is really good.
Appreciate it.
Dude,
All
thank you,
American
man.
made.
I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Good luck
to
at the
see you guys.
show.
Built
Yeah.
in Denver, right here. Yes, yes.
All right, Andre, let's keep going.
Beautiful.
Yeah, cool stuff,
So
right?
this is some of the other stuff like Radica does, right? Kind of a small, lightweight, right? But now you can go even higher and bigger and a little bit more heavy.
That's exactly right, Andre.
Yes. But
So-
did you hear what you said about 600 to 700 pounds? Most pickup half-tons have a payload about double that.
Yeah.
Right. So you still have a good amount of payload to carry people, and just to travel.
Yeah. So certainly one of the cool things about the Overland Expo is there's a little bit of everything for everybody. So if you're into campers, there's that. If you're into rock crawling, there's a little bit of that. If you're into little gadgets and gizmos and lights.
What about
and
trailers?
Trailers? You
Yes.
got plenty of options there too, right? So
Yes.
everybody's kind of got some aspect that they can be excited about at Overland Expo.
Yes.
And certainly it's cool. And Andre, this is kind of fun too. We just saw this soft top. Recently, Best Top does this, the power tops,
Power top for the Bronco?
which is pretty cool.
Whoa. That's cool.
Very interesting. So lots of kind of different builds and things to see
And
here.
also, of course, roof-mounted or bed-mounted tents, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that's still very huge. For example, this 4Runner has pretty massive tent setup right here.
Should we go, you know where Lexus is at?
We have to go left.
Okay, let's
Yes.
go left. We'll start walking our way
There's
to the left.
Lexus and also Ram and Jeep.
Oh,
so
Andre.
we have to.
What do they got going on
So
over here?
here, Winnebago and Transwest Truck Trailer RV, they have a new Arca test drive. It's their massive overland truck, heavy-duty chassis, which is a Ram 5500 heavy-duty, and they also have their Winnebago Sprinter vans with Revel and Echo. So they're expanding their lineup, and we did a full video, dude. with the Arca, and you could watch it drive right here, and you could drive it yourself. You could sign up and actually do a little off-road course.
It's a hell of a rig, my friend.
It's big and heavy.
It's a big ass.
But it's also very luxurious, and the rear doors open French door style, so you have like a little, like, almost like a balcony, right, to the outdoors.
It does seem like at some point we are going to hit the
Weight limits?
the weight limits of roads before we run out of potentials in the camping setups here. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's right.
But it's also worth noting, Andre, I think like a lot of, kind of like unfortunate to some extent, is like things have gotten so expensive. I mean, I remember when $300,000 or $400,000 for an off-road Overland built RV was insane. And now in some of these rigs, that's just kind of the starting point, right?
That's the
We're
starting
looking
point.
$400K to $1 million plus if you're into the earth roamer world.
Yeah, and earth roamers could be over $1 million.
That's right.
And we talked about, the gentleman with the portals.
Uh-huh.
That's 25 grand. But of course, I mean, you don't have to go all the way there, right? You could do bumpers cheaper, right? You can do shocks. You can do bigger tires, different types of tires.
Yeah.
You could do different things for less money, right?
Certainly, the van world is smaller this year than I've seen it in the past. And we kind of see this, like it grows and it shrinks a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think
I think trucks and trailers are kind of taking over right now.
yes, specifically the bed, the eliminate the bed and then build a camper
Yes.
is really, really popular. But Andre, what's interesting is like it felt like last year there was a pretty big contraction in the size of the Overland Expo.
Yeah.
And I'm not really feeling that this year. It's feeling pretty huge.
But we're going to talk to our friend Scott at the Rider Justice, right?
Yes.
And he mentioned something that I kind of hit me in the face, that the motorcycle section is gone.
Yeah, the motorcycle world has really shrunk down. So I think people are coming to expect like a huge amount of comfort and space, and that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
But the old school, like,
And it's not at this show.
Jumbo
Tommy, we have to
250.
go check out the Lambo.
okay,
Come
let's
on,
go check it
come
out.
on. Which other Overland show, off-road show, can you see a Lamborghini
A
at?
Sterrato.
Yes.
That is the off-road Lamborghini, Andre.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy.
So I believe these folks are, we haven't really worked with them. They're Adrenaline Industries, and I believe they're from Utah. And there's, I think, my buddy Judd from Utah.
Okay.
Judd, man. That's Andre from TFL.
How you been, man?
Very good. Long time no see, man.
know. Good to see you.
Is this you bringing a Lamborghini? Can you
Yes.
come over here?
Here, Judd, I'm going to give you that.
Do you want it on?
Come over here.
Yeah, if you want to just kind
You're on camera.
Oh,
You're live right now.
Hey, brother.
You're live.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so you do a little bit of everything, right?
We kind of have four.
Do you want to hold
Yeah,
the
we
mic?
kind of have 4 divisions. So one of our things is just building. This is our least crazy car. Like,
What?
we have 4 cars going to SEMA this year that we build. So we do a lot of resto mods where we take old bodies, put them on new cars. We're doing a Volvo Suga 1950 body that we're putting on top of a Jeep Rubicon that we've just completely modified.
Have you built any Russian Bukhanka vans recently? Nothing like
I
that?
had a Russian Gaz for a while.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Yep. If you
We
can-
should talk
can
after
you-
the show.
can-
Maybe we could build a Bukhanka together.
I needed something different. I need you to get me one of those Kamaz. Is that I'm saying it
Ooh,
right?
Kamazes. Yeah, the big trucks.
A Red Bull Kamaz
Yes.
Dakar Rally.
Ooh.
That's like my dream. Like bucket list of all cars would be the.
Have you done a Unimog?
We have lots of Unimogs.
Yeah. So you passed Unimogs. Now you're moving on to
No.
Kamaz. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, we have about 6 Unimogs
No,
right now, but
I don't think I can get a Kamaz quite yet.
yeah.
There's a conflict over there. We're
I've
not
heard a
gonna.
rumor of some conflict.
We're not gonna talk about that. But you've put off-road tires on the Lamborghini?
So this is factory.
Oh,
It's a
these tires are
Strato.
factory?
It's a Strato, so it's Lamborghini build a limited number
Yes.
of a
so
rally
these
car.
Bridgestones are on the car
Yeah.
as it comes?
It's all factory.
Okay.
Only thing we did is a roof rack and boxes.
But you also build trucks like this,
Yeah.
right?
So there's our expo, and we're just launching a new trailer now too, toy hauler.
Okay.
So
Is this what's behind us
we
here?
build pickup trucks with utility beds. Yeah. So this is
Okay.
our new trailer
Okay.
that we've got because I don't know. For some lifestyles, like I still have a 16-year-old at home. My wife and I. It's
Yeah.
like to have a $500,000 truck doesn't. But to have a toy hauler that I can put a race car in, or razors, or dirt bikes, and then haul up behind one of our pickup trucks.
Just any pickup truck,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, any pickup truck.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. So that's
yeah.
your new product, kind of,
It
is
is.
your
Yeah,
is
this
your
is- we
is
just barely
your
launched
is
it.
your trailer.
just today, first time
All right.
we've told the world about it.
Wow, we're hitting all kinds of news today, Tommy. This is my colleague Tommy.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Tommy. Nice to meet
You want to take us inside your toiler and kind of tell us
Of
what makes
course,
it
we'd
unique?
love to show
Yeah,
you.
let's go in. Tell
Okay.
me about the build construction. Tell me about
So
this.
it's full aluminum.
Okay.
So the trailer hopefully lasts longer than we will.
Okay.
Full aluminum construction. Everything's insulated. Air conditioning. So we use a poly core, which is aluminum with poly in between it to help with dents and also insulation. Got really high end windows built in America, not the cheap RV ones, and they'll go. It's interesting, you don't know, but most windows will only go out 45 degrees. So these will go completely flat, which you don't appreciate till you know.
So you
and then-
unobstructed view, basically.
Yes. And then tie downs everywhere. We can do different axles underneath it. So this is 6,000 pounds weight, and then it's a 10,000 pound GVW. We can do 7,000 pound axles, gives us a 14,000 if you want to haul 7,000 pounds.
I
And
like
then-
the open side.
This
Because
is for
lots of access, right?
and for race cars.
Uh-huh.
Well, some people just want it for when they're out camping. They
Sure.
want to put it up. But the primary purpose is for race cars, so you can actually open your door and get out of your car after
Yeah.
you load it.
Yeah.
Full aluminum, same that we use in our big expedition trucks, so they don't open unless you lift up on them. So
So it's almost
But
like
yeah,
a
it's all
toolbox,
aluminum.
but it's kind of like
it
a
is.
cabinetry.
It's the same construction you would see on a
Cabinetry.
really high-end toolbox.
Yeah, that's really cool. Wow, Tommy,
And
did
then
you
we're too
expect
early.
to see this?
These are supposed to be powder coated, but like any show that you show up to, you're 95%. So that should be blue to match those.
We were just at a different booth, and they said they finished their truck camper last night.
Yeah, well, they're ahead of us. We have not finished.
That's great, man.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you for walking us through.
Yes, thanks for you guys have been so good. Thanks for promoting us years ago with our first trucks.
And Judd, you're based in Utah?
Logan, Utah.
Logan, Utah.
If you guys ever want to come up,
I think
like-
Tommy hasn't driven the Sterrato yet.
I would love to do any story with any big truck, my friend. So let's set something
No,
up.
what about the Lambo?
go to our website
Yeah.
and look at our garage, and you'll see that we have about 20 of the craziest cars you've ever seen.
Tell him about your Mercedes. Do you still have a Mercedes?
We have 3 that we're building right now. The resto mods.
He's a Mercedes guy.
Oh yeah, we have. So we
Tell-
have G squareds. We've turned into convertibles. We took a G
No,
squared and made a
sedans.
pickup.
Tell him about the sedan.
We have a 1959 Ponton body that
Yeah.
we put on a C63 AMG and tuned it to 700 horsepower.
These guys know how to party, I think, is what Judd is saying.
We got 2 190 Evos that we're doing the 190 bodies onto newer cars that are pushing 850 horsepower.
All right, well, we'll see you next time in Utah. Judd, man, it was a great meeting you.
Yes,
I
you
appreciate
too.
it. Yeah, we'll be sure to make the trip down. It doesn't
Yes.
take much more than that, I think, to
Yes.
get us
Well,
over there.
for your off-road stuff,
Yeah.
we have a 650 acre off-road ranch on the Utah-Idaho
Only
border.
600?
Move there at this point.
Has 15 miles of trails. You guys need to come
Okay.
and just come hang out and drive everything.
Send us an email. We're going to set it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Judd, thank you,
Yes,
man. It was
you
great
bet.
meeting
Can
you.
we
I
just
appreciate
jump
it.
this way?
Send it.
We'll see you next time, dude. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
See you, dude. It was great
Bye,
seeing you.
Thanks.
Wow, Andre.
Wow.
Sounds like I'm going to Utah, my
I
friend.
did not expect that.
Wow. Okay. So
Okay.
let's go to the Lexus booth.
Yeah, really quick. It's on this side.
Because we could spend the next 25 years here doing
And we
walk
won't
arounds.
do everything.
And sounds like I need to get to Utah next. It's
Yes.
gonna be my next plan.
I think
But,
I think Judd is a good guy to know.
so if
I
you're
would say.
watching this podcast and you're really in the mood of jumping on a quick flight, Overland
Or a quick drive.
Overland Expo, they do them around the country now.
Yeah.
This is called Mountain West, located here in Loveland, Colorado.
By the way, they don't pay us anything.
No, we're not. It's not paid.
The expo doesn't pay us
Actually,
anything.
nothing currently in this
Nothing-
video is
nothing
paid.
that you've seen until we get to Scott, right?
Scott O'Sullivan is paid. That's
Yes,
true. But that's
yes,
because
but-
we also love Scott. He's a
Yes.
nice guy.
But nothing has been sponsored or
Yep.
partnered. This is just the community that we love, right? And they do up to like almost 6 shows a year.
Stuff, do you smell that?
Barbecue?
I think it's Big's Meat Wagon over there. That is
also
an
non-sponsored.
unbelievable smell, Andre.
That's not sponsored.
Smell. It could be.
It could be sponsored.
I would tell him anything to get some of that meat in my. I can't
Whoa!
even say that. That sounds terrible.
All right, dude. So there's a truck, Ram truck and Jeep area where you could drive. We're gonna get run over.
Rolled over by a golf cart. Yeah, so there's like a little bit of a ride and drive aspect too of Overland Expo Mountain West. So like I was saying, it's happening today, which is the 21st, I think, 22nd and the 23rd. So
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
all weekend.
And I gotta say, Andre, it's definitely worth making the trip out if you're into the off-road community.
Oh man, or truck community, any community, really.
Because it's all kind of here. And this is something we would never have seen 10 years ago. And now we see Lexus has
So we have Lexus and Ram and Jeep. So
Jeep.
this is a great area to be at.
Who would have thunk, though, that Lexus would be across the...
Wait, your friend might be here.
Kurt Williams?
Yes. He's right there, dude.
Maybe we can get Kurt.
Can you talk to him?
Sure. I'll see if he's around.
Kurt!
Kurt!
TFL crew!
Do you mind if I put a mic on you really quick?
What are we talking to?
Hey, dude.
How you doing, brother? Good.
Good. It's good seeing you.
Here.
You want to just clip that to your collar?
Oh, sure. What are we?
This is Kurt Williams.
We never know when we're gonna get.
never gonna get-
the myth, the legend is here.
So, Kurt, can you explain what you do in Utah? Because you have a really cool organization.
Which one? I'm involved in a few different things. The Land Cruiser business.
Yeah, start with the Land Cruiser business, then we'll go down
Okay,
the
I
list.
just say I wear a lot of hats on different days of the week, but my day job is selling parts for cool Lexuses and Toyota vehicles.
Yeah.
Predominantly the Land Cruiser and LX, GX lineup, so play with those. Then I'm part of a museum in Salt Lake too. I'm on the board of directors for the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum. I know Tommy's been there. I don't know if we've got Andre out to the museum yet,
gotta
but
get Andre out
we
there.
need to.
Not yet, dude.
All right,
I'll come over.
here is his commitment. It's now memorialized on film. He's coming to the museum. And we have 102 vehicles in there right now.
Basically, if you've ever driven a Toyota vaguely off-road, you should know who Kurt Williams is.
I don't know about that.
He is the man. And Kurt, what are you doing here with Lexus?
Yeah, we're here just doing community classes. So Jackson and I are very fortunate to get asked by Lexus. They just want to kind of share good, useful information. So we talk about planning trips, how to build your vehicle. Certainly talk to the Lexus side of it, but it's useful information for anybody that wants to plan a trip, understand how differentials and lockers and crawl control and A-track work.
Yeah.
Or they just want to start with a new build and what should I do first?
Right on.
Kurt, can you tell Tommy and us about how to use mirrors underneath show vehicles?
Oh yes, you
Come
do.
over here?
Yeah, what's up with the mirror here?
Andre was pretty intrigued by the mirror, which is cool to get to see the underpinnings. Check out the skid plate, which is this is the CBI one, part of the AAP program.
So a Land Rover guy, that's not for leaks, huh?
That's not for leaks.
Wow.
We're not. These vehicles don't leak.
Crazy.
We know this. These vehicles don't leak. That's just to show things off. But the inside joke is you got to be careful with mirrors in the hot sun because they will focus heat and they reflect things. So you got to be careful with those.
So Kurt, I want to get an insider's perspective because you are the man and you've modified and driven probably at this point, every variant of Land Cruiser. The big thing of this show, which I think we started to see a little bit last year, is blowing up, is everything's on portals
Portal
now.
axles, yeah.
What's your opinion and take on portals and how people are applying them?
I think it's awesome. I love that they're becoming some nice commercially packaged solutions that are truly bolt-on, get you height without having to modify factory suspensions, because frankly, they're getting a lot harder to modify the vehicles as we start talking about auto height controls and different adjustable suspensions, right? You don't want to always take off that OE engineered, really dialed setup. So the portals let you get the height you want without changing all of those factory components.
Now, my big concern is, so in theory, you're not necessarily changing the geometry that much. You are adding some unsprung weights to the outside of the control arm. Have you heard of control arm failures and that kind of thing?
Okay. We haven't. I mean, certainly there's upgrades, and I think the aftermarket will vet that out as those things occur, right?
Yeah.
Because we all worry about that. It's certainly, you're putting a lot bigger tire, a lot more unsprung weight. You're also, in many cases, the center of that mounting point is moving out. Scrub radiuses are changing. There are some differences there. So it'll be fun to see. I mean, Toyota, I've never seen Lexus do it, but Toyota had factory portal axle vehicles from the factory, because I know you've driven one.
Mega Cruisers?
The Mega Cruisers were factory portal.
Yeah.
Toyota has done factory front and rear portal axles, so no clue if they'll ever do it in the future, but it'd be kind of cool to see OE solutions because it is such a practical way to get height and ultimate ground clearance without compromising angles of suspension. You keep all of your control arms at nice neutral positions where they were OE engineered.
So this is not the first year, but certainly we've seen a huge uptick on people adopting the new generation of twin turbos and single turbo hybrid stuff. What are some of the trends that you're seeing in the 300 platform, the 250 platform? What are folks doing, and what have you seen a lot of?
Well, I mean, protection's going to be the number one with any vehicle. If you're going to be using it off-road, things like sliders and skid plates are fundamental because they're very capable vehicles, but you've got to protect those underpinnings. So both the aftermarket, but then even within the AAP program itself, you can have those items installed at a dealer because the OE is recognizing, Lexus is saying, hey, we know our users are going to take these out and they're going to do fun stuff off-road. So you see accessories like rocker protection, skid plate protection, and then of course just ways to mount all your fun goodies and your toys.
And if someone's never heard of it, can you explain what the AAP program is?
Yeah, you bet. That is an internal program where you can add these items at the dealer. They can be installed at the time of purchase or after the fact.
Yeah.
So these are accessories that Toyota has worked with well-known vetted companies in the aftermarket, and they test fit those. They've proper engineering verifying they don't compromise any capabilities or comfort or safety of the vehicle. So it's a cool program that you can have that done at your local dealer.
And I think a lot of people are wondering, like, if I spend, let's say, $90,000 or $100,000 on an LX, right, and then I go drop another $10,000 or $15,000, is that going to void my warranty, or if it's?
It does not.
Okay.
So they can't void. There are laws in place that they can't just void warranties as a whole thing because you do any add-on. They have to, there are some inclusions to that, but because these are part of the OE program, now they don't have the same warranty as the rest of the vehicle does, but they have a manufacturer warranty that can be handled at your dealer.
Right.
So if there's a problem with the CBI skid plate, the dealer that installed that's going to handle that for you.
But if I have like a CBI skid plate and then I have an unrelated powertrain thing,
Non-issue.
the dealer's not going to be like, well, you put a skid plate on.
Unrelated.
Because they put it on.
Because they put on. And actually, if you even put your own skid plate on, they can't necessarily say, if it's an unrelated issue, they don't void the warranty outright. So,
well, Kurt, if people want to follow you online, where can they go?
Cruiser Kurt on Instagram is the easiest way, and you can kind of find all the different things I'm up to via that.
And I bet if you look up Cruiser Kurt on Instagram, you're already following him, because you should be. Dude, thank you, man.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate you if you do. Yeah.
I'll take that mic from you.
Yeah.
And you guys got presentations this full weekend?
We do, yeah, doing classes all weekend. So like how to, trip planning, just how to plan an adventure, mapping, apps, online resources to know where it's legal and appropriate to camp and drive and off-road and overland. And then we're doing one on how to build a vehicle. Talk about like things to start with, things to consider, and then we're doing one on traction systems, how a locker works, why we love lockers front and rear on a beautiful vehicle, like why that's important to have if you're going to do trails that need those.
So check out Kurt, Jackson, and the whole team here at the Lexus booth. Dude, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, bye.
All right, Andre, last little stop before we head on over to
Ram and Jeep.
Scott O'Sullivan's booth, Ram and Jeep. So they've got a little like ride and drive thing back here, and Andre, looks like they've got some American flag themed Ram.
Yeah, well, this is the 250th, of course, anniversary of the United States. So many manufacturers have done. Sorry, I'm getting run over again.
I think it's squished again, Andre.
Many manufacturers have done special editions for that. So there's a Ram 250, but also there's several other vehicles, including a new TRX, dude. The 2027 TRX is in the house.
Is that the same one we drag raced?
Don't know.
That one could have Andre's butt smell in it.
Ooh,
so if you
gross.
Come...
But can you tell me about this Jeep, Tommy?
Yeah, so it looks like Jeep's brought out some of their concepts here. This is a Sun Chaser. I want to say this was last year, or maybe it was, I think it was last year.
So do you remember seeing this at the Easter Jeep Safari?
I don't know if this is a Jeep concept, because this is privately owned. Andre, they do so well, but these I think are the Mopar prototype fenders. Yeah, it could be
This is really cool looking, though.
JS concept. There's so many.
Look at the lights right above the windshield. That's very well integrated.
Yeah, for sure. So, Jeep, of course, has been one of the leaders in the off-road space. Oh, it's a 4xe too. Interesting. So I think if this was someone will comment below. Someone way smarter than me. I'm sure I've driven it.
Well,
if
because
it
you've been to like 15.
This is just humiliating. Andre just brought me over here to make me look dumb. But yes, if I have driven it, then this is the Sun Chaser concept. If I haven't, someone has a really cool Jeep here. They do like 25 concepts a year, and I've been.
And you've been to every of them.
Yeah, but this is cool. The Sun Chaser.
I like this Gladiator, dude. Look at this. Dude, it's got a built-in inside the bed fuel canister, jerry can.
Now
right
I'm
here.
pretty sure I have driven this one, Andre.
What? Really?
Quite sure of it. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
It's special Jeep operation. So this is like if you see that sticker on the side, it's usually the Jeep team has put it together as a concept. And it's got these really cool steel wheels on it, and
dude,
this is the way out concept. I've definitely done a video on this one.
Oh, dude,
we're back on the same page, Andre.
Dude, it's got a compressor.
Dear God, my Stellantis friends are going to be so disappointed at me right now.
I'm sorry, you were just overloaded with information.
This has been a hell of a day. But yeah, way out concept. I do remember this from a couple years ago, and it's very cool. So if you want to check that out, if you want to go poke around the new Ram 250, Andre.
Yes, and also the TRX, dude.
Some crazy graphics. Is that factory?
Well, this is the part of the package.
Is it?
This is a flag.
Dang.
Yes.
The heck?
Look at the seats.
It's 250 in the headrest, Andre.
Look at the seats.
That is wild.
Yes.
All right.
And let's take a look. I'm hoping it's not the same TRX we drove, because
you don't want your farts in it.
That would be horrible.
It wouldn't be horrible. It would just be you have to deal with Andre's farts in the driver's seat. But yeah, so lots of really cool various concepts and production vehicles here. There's that Arca, Andre, that Winnebago.
Yep.
So if you want to check that
It's
out.
also here.
It's at the Ram booth. And then new 2027, right, Andre? TRX?
Yeah, 2027. This is 777, 777 horsepower.
Yeah.
So
This
this
is a
is the
sick
new
truck.
boy. And the reason how you can tell is red toe points, very easy, and red RAM badge on the front.
And you forgot the biggest change.
The humongous change.
They put the huge
Head.
dinosaur on the back here. So for 27 now, it's got the TRX head.
Yes.
But it's great to see that Jeep is still very present here. And if you want to drive,
Ram.
yeah, Ram. If
And,
you want to
and
drive
look, they have like power wagons and
Ooh,
Rebels.
New power wagon? Is that a diesel power wagon?
I don't know. Let's take.
Definitely. A
Whoa!
diesel.
It sounds like a diesel. Yes.
Is it a power wagon?
It could be
Or is
a
it
Rebel.
I
It
think
could
it's
be a Rebel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you want to get behind the wheel and do
Wow.
some hills, check out Overland Expo.
Dude, but I can't wait to talk to Scott. Where is Scott?
Scott's booth is over there. Scott O'Sullivan with Rider Justice. So
Okay.
let's cut to that interview now. Andre, we've come to the place with shade.
Yes.
Beautiful, because this is the Rider Justice tent.
Yep.
Yes. Welcome, boys.
And Scott is here. Scott is a longtime partner of the channel. And Scott, can you explain what you do at O'Sullivan Law and Rider Justice?
So, personal injury law firm that helps with, on the rider justice side, motorcycle accidents, unfortunately, where people get hit. It's almost always a left-hand turn in front of them, and the driver just doesn't see them. And then on the O'Sullivan side, we help with other, general personal injury stuff, in creating those crazy oyster cases I told you about before that are insane, involving food poisoning, and then just general stuff to help people. There's a lot of stuff I don't do, but yeah.
So Scott, this is like a fun sidebar. Along with being an excellent lawyer, if you're ever like injured or involved in an accident, call Scott. But if you also get sick from raw oysters,
It's the craziest
how
thing.
you become like the leading guy on raw
Call
oysters?
O'Sullivan Law.
Because
Yes.
like the news is
Yeah.
calling you now over oysters.
Yeah, so the first case I had was 25 years ago, and I got a call from a friend. She said, "Hey, look, my friend got really sick from eating a raw oyster at a Chinese buffet." That's not a great idea to begin with, but I'd never seen anything like it. And so he had what's called septicemia. It's a flesh-eating bacteria.
Ooh.
It's Vibrio vulnificus. And so I show up, and his legs are as black as your jeans.
Whoa.
And I'd never seen anything like it. And I thought, can I catch this? Am I going to die?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, now years later, I became the expert in the country, and we handle these things all over. Other lawyers bring me in to help them with their cases.
So you're the oyster guy.
It's the weirdest thing.
You could rebrand.
Yeah, I could rebrand. I don't do a huge amount of them, but it's really interesting.
So
And it's just terrible.
One thing that Scott is really good at is engaging with the motorcycle community here in Colorado and all over. And you guys show up to a lot of the big motorcycle events and are really well respected. My question for you is, where are all the motorcycles at Overland Expo?
Whoops.
Yes.
Yeah. The Moto Village seems to be dead this year. Now it still is kind of functional in the Flagstaff, but this year, literally, I think, Moscow Moto's not here. I don't know if there's any dealers or manufacturers left. So
But the communities are still out there. They're just
Yes.
not at the show.
They're just not at the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And we sponsor a big party tonight, which is super fun.
Nice, okay.
And that's why we still do this. And it's a great ADV off-road group of people, and it raises money for charity tonight. And so it's a great event, and that's why I still do it. But it is weird not being surrounded by moto people anymore.
But when I first met you, Scott, you had a Tacoma.
Yes.
You were hauling. You were towing trailers. You and I talked about
Yes.
hitches,
Ugh.
trailers,
Yes.
trucks.
Yes.
So not only do you do oyster cases and injury
Yeah.
cases,
Yeah.
but we could talk trucks together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We
I love
can.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I, we still have that Tacoma, and I still took your advice on the build and trailer safety and everything else. And as a result, I bought a van. And
Something
we have
bigger,
we
right?
have a big Mercedes Sprinter van that we, thank God, have.
But you could haul more, maybe even more stuff.
More stuff
with it.
safely.
Yes. Yes.
That Tacoma was getting 2 miles
This
to
was
the
a
gallon.
previous.
Jeez Louise.
This was a previous gen.
Previous gen.
Third gen. Yes.
Yep.
So
Yes.
Scott, one of the things I'm noticing is like in previous years it's been full of Triumph Tigers and GSs and the big
Yes.
bikes, but I still see a lot of e-bikes,
Yes.
right?
Different kinds.
The
Different
electric
kinds.
Sur-Ron
Yes.
power motorcycles. So from the legal side of things and the world you're in, what's your take on those?
Well, I mostly I embrace it And I think it's a great mode of transportation, especially for the last mile, for a lot of people getting to work in different ways like that. I think it's a great idea. And any way that people are out enjoying the world, I think is great. I'm just not a fan of the roving pack of Johnnies that are out there, like the 12-year-olds that are causing mischief. They don't know the rules of the road. They're going on bikes that are going possibly 50 miles an hour. They have no idea what they're doing. There's been no motorcycle endorsement or anything like that. The laws are changing soon in Colorado, but that's where I have a problem. And it's probably because I'm an old man now.
No, I don't know.
Get
if
off
that's
my
the
lawn.
case.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean,
But,
the problem is, so, for example, you're staying off camera, you would rip around on your dad's moped,
Oh, yeah, totally.
right?
Yeah, that was my first real moto experience, was his moped.
But
yeah.
that was probably like a 50cc
The thing barely went 25 miles
and
an
had
hour.
pedals, probably.
Yeah, it totally
right?
had pedals.
And it was probably pretty hard to rip a wheelie on that thing.
I tried my best. But never a wheelie. But jump things
There
is
you go.
hilarious.
But like the problem with those is like they were, compared to the modern stuff, it took some mechanical sympathy and skill, and then they would
Yeah.
break, and you got to fill them with two-stroke gas and oil. It was a whole thing, right?
Whole thing.
You have to fix them. It was difficult to
That's
fix.
how I learned how to do
Yes.
all those things, and I loved it.
But the accessibility on the new stuff means like
Yeah.
anyone's mom can go out
Yeah,
and buy something that'll do 70 miles an hour.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Have you had any cases come through involving these electric motorcycles?
So the cases that we can help with, I can't help stupidity, right? I can't fix stupidity, but
Not many people can.
not many people can.
Yeah.
But where, unfortunately, our client is riding an e-bike and he gets hit by another car or another vehicle, that's when we can help.
Okay.
There is this weird gray area, though, of e-bikes and whether they're actually covered by any insurance.
Really?
And so your homeowners may cover it and may not cover it. The auto, you can't get motorcycle insurance for some of them. And that may change now as the endorsements kind of change, but they also are in this weird gray area.
Well, and a lot of them is like huge power, high speeds,
Yes.
but not necessarily turn signals and horns and brake
Oh,
lights.
yeah, not the lights and all the things. And
So it's not really a true motorcycle.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
a Wild West, really.
It is
right
truly
now.
the Wild West.
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, and everybody's jumped in the market, and there's cheap stuff on the market, and they're riding on mountain bike brakes that can't stop a 50-mile-an-hour bike,
Yeah.
So-
and things like that. Yeah,
So my son is riding to school now. I
Yeah.
mean, he doesn't have his license quite yet,
yeah,
but he has the pedal assist.
Perfect.
750 watt.
yeah.
So I was comfortable with that. It's a fat tire bike.
Yeah,
it's
perfect.
really, really huge tires. But he could have walked, like it's a 20-minute walk
Yeah.
or a 7-minute ride.
Yeah, perfect.
But he plays tennis.
yeah,
You could play 2 hours of tennis and then walking 20 minutes.
yeah. After, yeah,
Sounds horrible.
sounds
right?
right. I totally
So,
agree.
I'm pretty comfortable. He takes the riding paths,
Perfect.
from school, but he's not like he's going barely 15 miles per hour.
Yeah.
probably.
And that I think is
15,
is
yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have a pedal assist one that maxes out at 18, and that's super allows me to keep up with my boys when we go mountain biking. Because otherwise, fat guy is not making it up there, and it's the best way to do it. But no, I think that's why I said it's a great last mile, right?
Yes.
Way for your son to get to school.
Commuting and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
it's perfect
yes.
for that, and it's kind of foolproof. To your point, you don't need I constantly had to learn how to deal with the little tiny fuel pump on this thing, and and all the other stuff that would break on this moped all the time.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think they're great. It's just, I think parents need to understand that these things also are super fast and dangerous. And
Yeah.
one of the things that, for your son, when he's riding, at least have, even if it's mountain bike gloves, just some sort of glove on too, because the helmet is great, but just even at 15 miles an hour going down and these going even faster, not
Or
having
maybe
anything.
elbows or something.
Something.
Yeah.
Just a little
Maybe
bit
a
of
long
gear.
sleeve or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's fine at his speed. I don't mean to
Yeah.
overdo it. But the
No,
kids that are
but
going
it's
40
true.
or 50, it's a
Yeah.
whole different thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was a situation where a case many, many years ago fell off, something similar, and it was only 18 miles an hour, but he hit hands
yeah.
first, and it just tore the skin off
Oh,
his
yeah.
hands, and it was a trip to the ER.
Now I have
Yeah.
another question before we move on to something else. What about the single wheel guys on the highway?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
what's
That's,
the,
What-
you,
what is-
you represent those, Scott?
no. Yeah, that's back into the stupidity category. Yeah, I was on the highway a few years ago, and there's videos of this stuff that are like this out there, with the people on the two scooters doubled up on I-70.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yes.
Absolute insanity. I saw
No,
that.
please
real,
don't do that.
My own self, insane.
So
Please don't do that.
if I have a 55-mile-an-hour scooter and I fall off, I shouldn't call Scott.
No, I can't help
Okay.
you. Yeah, sorry. Sorry haters out there, but no, I can't help you.
It
yeah.
is an interesting. I think it's crazy though, because first of all, a lot of these kids, and I know some of these
Yeah.
are pitching their parents, like, it's just an e-bike.
Yeah, right.
It really is an electric dirt bike. And you
Yes.
wouldn't go ride in like a 250 Honda into the park. But because
That's
it's
right.
electric, there's
Yep.
like this feel
It's
like
quiet.
it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, it's quiet. Yeah.
But from a safety standpoint, it's
Yeah.
just as unsafe, if not more unsafe, because it's so much faster.
It's so much faster. We have an Antic electric bike here behind this tent, and it's made to do wheelies, and it has
it has a
like the
balancing feature or
Segway,
something?
yeah, like the
Oh,
balancing
crazy.
feature in there, and it is hilarious and terrifying.
Interesting.
Because I'm not used to, because I'm Irish, I'm not used to wheelies, right? And like, it just, you automatically whiskey throttle this thing, and it's super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got all the potential in the world to whiskey throttle right into a wall or something else like that if
That's
you're not used to that kind of stuff. And that means just holding onto the gas and not let go.
So
Yeah.
Scott, if you this podcast will be out before the Overland Expo is over. It'll come out
Yeah.
this afternoon. It's Friday. Come by Saturday, Sunday. Check out Scott at Right of Justice. You've got a couple of sessions coming up.
Yes.
One today, which will be before this podcast, but Saturday, 2 p.m. Safeguarding your overlanding gear.
Yes.
Kind of like give us a little rundown of what you're talking about.
So one of the things I think is really important is, I'm sorry, and they're playing games
That's
here.
okay.
We don't sell anything, so we have games. But the thing that's important for people to know is there's different coverages for different things, whether it's your Tacoma or your pickup truck or your van. Some insurance covers your vehicle, the stuff that's actually physically attached as part of your accessories coverage or your just collision comprehensive, and some is your homeowner's policy. So anything that you could shake out of your house and drop on the ground and then put in your car is your actually homeowner's policy.
Really?
And so everybody who brings like their expensive cameras or their bikes or their boats, like these e-bikes could be a $5,000 e-bike. If that gets stolen, that's actually your homeowner's policy.
Interesting.
And not your auto, even if you're out on a trip.
But like a bed rack on a truck is included with the vehicle. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that's attached.
Right.
And so it's sort of an exercise in thinking about it, because a lot of people that are in this world, they also have just renter's insurance, and basically that insurance covers content coverage too. But as soon as a lot of policies, as soon as it walks out the door into your car, they only cover 10% of your total content coverage.
Huh.
So if you have like 30,000 in content coverage, it's $3,000. And that doesn't even cover the e-bike we just talked about.
Right.
And so it's good to upgrade these things and update them so that you actually have what you need before you go out the door. And changing content coverage costs almost nothing. It's pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
So that's the talk that I give, and I talk about liability insurance and underinsured motorist coverage, hugely important for motorcycle riders, hugely important for bicycle riders. If you get hit on your bike by a car, your underinsured motorist coverage actually covers you from your auto policy.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. But that's not a requirement in like Colorado. That's an
No.
add-on. You have to.
It's an add-on. You have to actively accept it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So Scott, if someone was like, if I was just buying a GS and I wanted to ride it from here to Prudhoe Bay in Alaska, which is a long road trip,
Yes.
is there like specific insurance for those trips that you recommend people?
Staying in the continental U.S., which obviously got to go through Canada.
Sure.
No real specific insurance. When you go across Canada, you just let them know. It becomes more of an issue if you're headed down to Latin America.
Oh, really?
And there's different coverages you can buy that are add-ons. Like your progressive policy is not going to cover you for that.
Okay.
And so a lot of countries have their own individual. Mexico has different policies. Guatemala, wherever you're going through on your way down, you want to make sure you get those policies as you go through to kind of cover that patchwork.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It becomes a whole thing.
That's really wild.
It is wild.
Yeah.
And to go without it is like riding without a helmet or riding without your proper gear. I think that way.
Do you ever
Yeah.
have clients that have like incidents in Central America and then?
I haven't had one yet. What we've had is I've had them in Ireland, believe it or not, and they have these totally weird different rules there.
Huh.
But we've helped them with issues over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Andre, I've always wondered this, and
Yes.
Scott will be able to tell us with some data.
Uh-oh.
So one of the cool things about what Scott does is if you have an accident in a different state,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
You don't only have to be in Colorado,
Correct.
right? Rider Justice
Yeah.
can help you wherever. Where do you find? Obviously, a little anecdotal, but where do you find like the majority of your cases that aren't in Colorado coming from?
Well, that's a good question. So a little bit East Coast, Washington, New Mexico, Arizona, California, we get a few from California. I don't advertise on TV or billboards or any of that kind of stuff, so I'm not sure why California.
Yeah.
Because of TFL Talk.
That's
That's
right.
exactly why. That's exactly what am I
It's
talking
cold
about? I know
hard work.
exactly why. My God.
Yep.
What was I thinking? And we also have these affiliation with different groups all over the country. Like the Litas is this all women's group that's awesome, and so we affiliate with them all over the place, and so we'll get calls from them there. But I would say most of our cases kind of come from the West.
I guess what I'm asking, Scott,
Yeah.
is who is the worst driver? What state is?
Oh, don't go to Miami.
Oh.
Miami.
Oh, Florida. These people are crazy, and they have the
Really?
worst insurance there. I mean, but I'm sorry, Florida. And I love Florida. I love the Florida Keys. I spent my whole life going to the Florida Keys, so I love it. But holy schmoly, they drive like maniacs in cars that aren't really cars, and their insurance is only $5,000, and it's horrible there.
You have a high rate of like incidents in Florida?
Oh, well, it's Florida, man. Of course there is, and so it's just like it's a whole thing. Sorry,
do that
Florida.
I do
Yeah.
that all the time. You look up your birthday, day and month,
Yeah.
and you type in Florida guy.
That's exactly
Oh,
right.
really?
And something
Yes.
Yeah.
for everybody,
Guaranteed.
for every day of the year, there's something happening in Florida.
So
Yeah.
you're not riding your motorcycle to Florida?
Oh my God, no. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
That
no.
bad.
Well, I have enough coverage. So I have almost $6 million worth of coverage for underinsured motorists. So I could ride there and know that when Florida Man hits me, I got a chance.
Yeah.
But generally, Florida Man doesn't have insurance. It's the Wild West there. California has really bad insurance laws too, but at least some people have coverage there. But it's crazy. Florida's crazy.
So
What
I.
about-
Yeah.
Sorry.
Last thing, I need to check my insurance because I know I have underinsured motors, like
Yeah.
the add-on.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could select a dollar amount.
Yeah, it starts at 25 and goes up to 250. You know, I always recommend 250 for motorcycle riders. I've yet to have a case where we couldn't use.
How did you get
use
6
it.
million?
I am overly aggressive with how I do it. So I stack my policies. So I stack all my cars on top of each other. So I say pay separate premiums so they can all add on top of each other, plus my motorcycle, plus a homeowner's policy. The homeowner's policy is actually $5 million. And then I stacked all the cars, and I have 5 or 6 cars plus a motorcycle. And so it just adds up
And by
quick.
stacked, you mean like
They get to add up on top of each other.
different...
250 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250.
And that's how the math works? Like
That's how the math works, yeah. So I maximize it because any one of us, if we hurt our brain, we're done, right? We can't work anymore.
Right.
And so I just try to max it out every single time I can. And that's how I do it.
I need to call my insurance agent, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
you could
Yeah.
do that because I always thought like, you know, that you're only insured in that car. So like
No.
if you get hit in your Tacoma or your van,
Yeah.
that you're only covered for $250 on that.
Nope.
I didn't know that.
If you
Interesting.
pay, the key is, and this is where it gets expensive, if you pay separate premiums for each one of those vehicles and you have them covered by your umbrella policy, for underinsured motorist coverage, they do it automatically for liability, but for underinsured motorists, then you can have the coverage like I have. Now, I'm a lunatic because I see too much, so that's why I have that much coverage. But, you know,
Because you've seen the horror cases, basically.
every day I see death and destruction. It's terrible.
horror cases, Andre.
Yeah,
Just to
I mean,
clarify.
really, that's
Yes, I'm
it's what
sorry.
it is. It's terrible. Oh my gosh! Of course.
It's a Russian accent.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean-
I understood you.
What question did you have earlier?
I had so many questions. Well, first of all, we touched on overlanding, right?
Yes, yeah.
But we talked about kind of the stuff in your vehicle. Do you
Hmm.
see other, trail accidents, et cetera, or
So-
overland trip accidents?
We have helped people who've been on trail or off road hit by somebody else, and then their UIM actually can cover them, and or the liability insurance from, let's say, somebody's in some sort of boondoggle and they're driving a truck across a field and they hit somebody or something. Believe it or not, there's been coverage that way.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things that I see a lot, and I've always wondered about, is like if I'm off road, and then someone whacks me in a side by side.
That happened to Kat, one of our Rider Justice teammates, and she was riding her BMW off-road.
A motorcycle?
A motorcycle,
Okay.
yep, ADV, and off-road, and she got pushed off the road by a 9-year-old with a side-by-side.
Whoa.
And she broke her clavicle, and so unfortunately nobody collected any information because we could have used homeowners and other stuff to try to help her. And she's going to sit through my class in about a half hour and learn what kind of insurance she should have had.
Okay.
Yeah, which would have been
But
med
there's something
pay.
that would have covered that?
theoretically, UIM could have covered that. And MedPay for sure, medical payment coverage for sure. It's regardless of fault.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Even if you're off-road and like that person is clearly 9 and not supposed to be.
Yeah, we've had somebody like
9
try to
years old?
jump a road on their dirt bike and hit our guy in a Goldwing. And like, yeah, I mean,
Sorry, that's not funny. That
no,
poor
no,
guy,
I mean, it is crazy. And but he had, which I didn't know about Goldwings, he had an airbag.
Oh, yeah, some motorcycles
Some do.
Yeah,
Did it
yeah,
go
yeah,
off?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did it help him?
It saved him a lot. Yeah, he's still, but yeah. But
What about those jackets that explode with an airbag? You remember that?
Was it
Alex?
Alex? That
I
was
think
hilarious.
Alex tested it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just
went
like
off.
blows up and
Yeah.
your jacket becomes like a little bubble.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't get injured or anything, but it was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that video years ago. That was pretty funny. Yeah.
Crazy. So if you're on a motorcycle, for example, and are there like discounts if you have the airbag chest protector thing? And if you,
I don't know the answer to that question, to be
Okay.
honest. Yeah, it's so unusual. I doubt it.
okay.
And really, you're just trying to maximize the most you can get. And if you have a brand new bike, of course, the insurance is going to be more. But if you have an old bike like mine, my total coverage for everything is like, I don't know, $600, $500 for the whole year.
Wow.
My old Honda. So like, yeah. So it just depends. And I'm old too. Maybe that's part of it too. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's, yeah,
Dude, crazy.
it's crazy. I had so many insane stories. Yeah.
So, now we talked about Florida a little bit,
Yeah.
but I own a ski boat.
Oh yeah.
What about boating or?
Yeah, you need insurance for that kind of
yeah.
stuff too, for sure. And that could be part of your homeowners or there is boat insurance. Oh God, we had a terrible case that I can't say on air what happened. And this person was driving drunk in their boat.
And eating clams.
Well, yeah, he was super reckless.
Eating oysters.
Raw oysters. He was raw, whatever,
Okay.
oysters. And anyway, our poor client got thrown from the boat and horrible injury. And we were able to use the homeowners insurance and the different coverages for that.
Whoa.
But it was, I can't say on air what it was. But it was
Okay,
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah.
Because you hear some horror stories like at lakes around here. I mean, we don't
Yes.
have a lot of lakes.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people in a small amount of space.
Oh my God, yes.
Because these reservoirs are coming down, the levels are coming
Yes.
down, and you got to be so vigilant and just diligent.
Yeah,
and
head on a swivel.
Yes,
Yes.
you have to be on top of it.
Yeah,
Do you
totally
think
agree.
the majority of the people you work with are underinsured?
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down. The reason I do like this talk here, and then I do talks in front of big motorcycle groups all the time, is to try to get them to do it. The beauty of the Overland world is they actually listen and they do it. And they'll call me later. One of my favorite things to do is call me and I'll give you a free evaluation of your insurance, because I don't sell it. I just sue them all the time. And so it's what I wish they had. And sorry, that may affect your ability to get Progressive as a sponsor
No, it's
someday.
fine.
Sorry
It's
about
fine.
that.
No, you're good. No, it's just
Sorry
very
about that.
funny. Yeah.
And so, so I'm actually helping sell insurance all the time
Now,
because
one-
it's so important.
One thing, and I need to just, none of these people are ever going to be clients, but
Yeah.
so for example, like when I have my little State Farm card, I see
Yes.
like all the
Oh, yeah, the little things on the back.
modifications.
Yes. Mhm.
But for example, I also have like a couple of my old cars on Haggerty,
Yes.
which is like
Mhm.
agreed upon valuation.
Yes.
But I don't even know if I have uninsured motorists on a policy like that. I don't know how that
You
works.
can for sure. I
Can?
do with my Chevelle.
Okay.
It's a 72.
Do you also have an agreed upon?
Yes, agreed.
And
yeah.
that's like an add-on on top. of
Add-on
that?
on top. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I actually did with travelers I have for work through the van and for the truck. You bought the Tacoma at 40 grand, and then I did the add-ons to it. So I got them to do the agreed upon at 72,000.
Right.
So that if somebody does steal it or it gets crushed or something,
Yeah.
at least we're starting from 72 instead of 40.
And one thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, one thing I've heard about from some people related to the industry is like the value should not be like, this is what this van could be worth if it was bone stock. And it
Yeah.
should be like, this is what the value is if I had to replicate this exact thing. Is that correct?
That's correct. So what I sent to them on both the van and the truck are all the builds, all the parts. So I had Slee Off-Road, which you guys know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had them build the truck, and so I gave my agent, because it's put them to work for you. I had my agent then submit it to their reinsurer or their travelers people, including the wrap, including the full build, and that's how I got it up. And labor is included, so that got it up to that 72,000.
Interesting.
And if you don't do that, you're making a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise it will be just the bone stock.
Right.
What if you
Yeah.
built a Buhanka Soviet van in your garage? What happens then?
That's priceless.
Priceless.
You heard it here first.
That's
Insurance people love that word, I'm sure.
I wish my
Yeah, that's
wife
right.
would listen to these podcasts.
yeah, that's right.
Scott, if folks want to get a hold of you, either for legal representation or just to find out more about what you guys do, where can they go?
They can go to riderjustice.com or they can call my lawyer at 877-562-9425.
Exactly.
Yes.
You read it upside down.
Yes, I read it upside down.
Yes.
That's a unique skill.
Nice.
Just call Scott first. Great guy. We'd love doing a podcast with him. No other lawyer we're doing a podcast with. Maybe not even my mom, because lawyers, they have a bit of reputation, but Scott does not. So
I appreciate
Well, but
it.
not
Yeah.
a lot of lawyers also have a Chevelle,
Yeah.
a Sprinter van,
Yeah.
a Tacoma,
The fun stuff. Yeah.
Mercedes SUV
Yeah.
you
That was
recently
fun
purchased.
the other day, by the way. Yeah, that was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, guys,
Yes.
we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, boys.